DDP and Khamzat Chimaev. Who emerges from that?
But DDP, man, he is something else. So long we thought he's just bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good.
Did you ever see that thing with Hood? Like they show like a clip of Homer Simpson, like doing everything wrong and somehow winning, and they kind of show like the same.
I was like, okay, so Izzy's gonna just counter him. It's too good. He got Izzy bad. He was all over Izzy. I mean, he put it on Sean Strickland back that last time. Like,
We gotta respect that stuff.
he's good, man. He's so big, he's so strong, and he's good. Khamzat in a sprint, DDP can't stay with it. But I think if the fight goes long, to get interesting. I think Drake is there for 25 minutes. Khamzat needs to be there for 25 minutes also.
Sean O'Malley has shaken up the fight world with a bold prediction ahead of UFC 319.
But yeah, Khamzat versus DDP is very exciting for me right now.
Known for his razor-sharp insights and confident demeanor, O'Malley has picked Khamzat Chimaev to dethrone Dricus du Plessis, a choice that has generated a whirlwind of discussion. O'Malley's pick didn't come from nowhere. It's based on his in-depth analysis of du Plessis' past performances, especially his stunning win over Israel Adesanya. O'Malley, who's no stranger to picking fights with confidence, believes that du Plessis' unbeaten UFC run is finally about to meet its end. According to him, it's Khamzat who's the most likely to break through and claim the middleweight title at UFC 319.
DDP versus Khamzat. I feel like Khamzat's hard to count out. DDP is too. Obviously, everyone keeps counting him out each fight. He comes out there and does it. But Khamzat, just the way he did it to Whitaker, it's like, holy. I'm going to go with Khamzat on that. I do really like DDP. Yeah, it's very exciting for me right now.
O'Malley's thoughts on du Plessis' fight with Adesanya show a clear reason for his prediction. He recalls how, despite du Plessis pulling off a submission victory, Israel Adesanya was actually in control for the majority of the bout. Rewatching the fight left O'Malley convinced that Adesanya was on top of the champion for most of the time and had the skill to outclass him. The South African's takedowns were crucial, but O'Malley feels Khamzat Chimaev, with his exceptional power and wrestling, would be the one to dominate du Plessis' style. O'Malley isn't the only fighter with an opinion on this upcoming showdown, though.
De Renner has trained with both of them. He said there's going to be an early storm by Chimaev, but he believes Dricus can sustain the storm, and each passing minute favors Dricus. Now, what he's talking about is conditioning. You asked me about that fight 2 years ago or a year ago, even 6 months ago. I would have quickly dismissed it and told you Chimaev. I would tell you Chimaev every single round. But I don't feel that way anymore. I feel and I'm seeing what other people are feeling and seeing. The greatness of Dricus, it is something that is now not only witnessed, but recognized.
Johnny Eblen, a former Bellator champion with plenty of experience fighting tough grapplers, has shared some interesting insights into Chimaev's vulnerabilities. Eblen, who has fought against some of the same opponents as Chimaev, pointed out that while the Chechen fighter has been a force to be reckoned with, he's not invincible. In particular, he referenced Chimaev's wars with Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman, fights where Chimaev's stamina was pushed to the limit. Eblen believes that if du Plessis can withstand the initial barrage from Chimaev, he could take advantage of the latter's potential gas tank issues, especially as the fight drags on into the later rounds. Du Plessis has shown in the past that he has the endurance to go the distance, and this could be key if the fight turns into a war of attrition.
Everyone thinks of him like the boogeyman, like a guy to avoid.
He's not though. He's a guy. He's just a human. Yeah, he's just a human. Like Gilbert made him look human. Usman made him look human. I think DDP's gonna make him look human, you know? Plus DDP's like a big physical guy. I don't think Khamzat's gonna just fucking manhandle him, you know? And also his cardio is a little questionable. I don't think DDP's cardio is as questionable, you know? He gets tired, but like he still has a lot of output. Like watching Chimaev with Usman, you know, third round, he was looking
and even Gilbert,
tired. And Gilbert. He fought Gilbert like an idiot though. He fought Gilbert pretty dumb. Like he was like kind of letting him up, like trying to be exciting, I think.
On the other hand, Bilal Muhammad also weighed in on the topic, but with a different viewpoint. He praised Chimaev's grappling prowess, but expressed caution over his cardio. Muhammad emphasized that if Chimaev doesn't manage his pace and starts to slow down after the first couple of rounds, du Plessis could capitalize on that and make the fight much more competitive. According to Muhammad, Chimaev has the skill to dominate, but his pacing and endurance will be the factors that either make or break him in the 5-round championship fight.
Dricus du Plessis UFC.
But when you're looking at the guys he fought stylistically, right? He hasn't fought a guy who trying to take him down yet. It's all been strikers. His last two, it's Adesanya and Strickland. Like when he fought Brunson was killing him the first couple rounds. And he just gassed. No, we've seen him get taken down by Brunson. We've seen him get taken down by Whitaker. He's got taken out by guys so easily. That's why I think Chimaev's gonna want.
Oh, I know that's your boy, but Khamzat has got some of the worst cardio in the entire company.
You know, cardio if you finish the guy at 2 minutes.
But Drake isn't going to get finished. He's got an iron chin and an iron will.
In an interesting turn, CM Punk has also added his voice to the conversation. Punk, who's been known for his unexpected takes on combat sports, surprised many by backing Du Plessis in this bout, although he's far from convinced that Khamzat is beatable. While he admitted that Chimaev's performance against Robert Whitaker was nothing short of spectacular, Punk recognized that Du Plessis has the intelligence and fight IQ to potentially adjust to Chimaev's relentless aggression.
You got Drake is a Khamzat.
It's so hard to bet against Chimaev, you know, like especially after what he just did to Whitaker. It's just like, you know, but I think Driscus is really, really smart, probably smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. And like, he knows what his game plan is going to be. He knows Chimaev is going to come and like try to dive on an ankle, like right out of the gate, you know? So I'm sure he's doing his preparations. That's what's going to make this so fascinating. Like, I don't even know if I see this making 5 rounds.
Punk pointed out that Du Plessis could exploit the Chechen's tendency to go for aggressive takedowns early in the fight, especially if Chimaev is unable to finish the job quickly. If the fight makes it past the championship rounds, Punk speculated that the energy could drain from both fighters, turning the bout into a battle of willpower, similar to the infamous heavyweight contest between Derek Lewis and Francis, where both fighters seem to gas out.
Punk, will you really maybe not be at the Chicago show? That actually is a blow. Is it true that you're not scheduled?
Brother, I'm so busy. Like, it's absolutely insane. When is it, the 18th?
Yes.
Yeah, I know we're in Europe for like a big chunk of August, but I don't think it's until the last week of August. So I got to double check. I got to check things out. But hopefully I'll be there. I'm gonna sit next to my boy Bilal. You know,
we're gonna hold your foot to the fire. We're gonna put you on camera if you come. If you ain't there, we're gonna just show an empty seat. This is where CM Punk's supposed to be.
TJ Dillashaw, the former bantamweight champion, recently gave a significant update on Chimaev's training, which could play a crucial role in the outcome of the fight. Dillashaw revealed that Chimaev has been putting extra focus on improving his cardio and overall conditioning in preparation for the fight. One of the key elements of Chimaev's new training regimen is pushing his body's lactic threshold, which means that Chimaev is specifically training to sustain a high level of activity throughout a 5-round fight without burning out. This is a direct answer to some of the concerns that have surrounded Chimaev's cardio in the past, as his early rounds are often filled with an intense, all-out pace. If his conditioning has indeed improved, it could make him even more dangerous, particularly if he avoids the risk of gassing out early.
He's awkward, and that awkwardness gets it done. I'd say the reason why Chimaev won't win is because of his cardio. I said that before, right? And then I met him, and I introduced him. So this guy's Sam Calavita that I'm talking about. He owns Training Lab. He's the one that gave me my bro science PhD and everything I'm talking about now, and I did it in his garage. So I learned everything you could possibly learn about peak performance and how to get your body there. Well, I introduced Armin to Sam Calavita, which has been working with him, and you've seen the way he's been looking lately. But now I've also introduced Chimaev to him. So Sam Calavita's got like some killers in his garage. He does all of his strength conditioning in his garage, which is amazing. It's like Rocky style training. So Chimaev's doing it right now. I highly suspect he's gonna have an amazing, get a gas tank for this next fight, and I think he's gonna get the win because of it. Not only does Sam train you the right way to be this freak of cardio, but he also is gonna help him make weight very easy. Sam's algorithms on the water displacement that he's got is next level. He'd always have me show up to fight week. I fight 135s. He'd have me show up to fight week. So that's what, 5 days before, or 7 days before on Sunday. As long as I weigh 150 and I'm hydrated, I know I've made weight. Now it's just about water displacement and doing it the right way. And he's going to do the same thing for Chimaev. So he's going to make the weight better, which in turn is going to make his cardio better, and he's going to train the right way with all the stuff that I know now. Everything that I know is because of Sam Calavita. and that's what Chimaev.
Meanwhile, Michael Venom Page, another highly respected fighter, also threw his 2 cents into the mix, but he too focused on the cardio aspect of the fight. Page, a former middleweight champion in Bellator, pointed out that Du Plessis has shown time and time again that he can keep up a high pace throughout an entire fight. While Chimaev may have the advantage in terms of explosiveness and early pressure, Page believes that Du Plessis has the endurance to outlast him if the fight enters the later rounds. If Chimaev fails to finish Du Plessis in the first few rounds, Page believes that Du Plessis' ability to keep pushing forward could play a huge role in his victory, especially if Chimaev tires out as the rounds pile on.
DDP and Khamzat, who do you reckon is going to win? It's just hard to say. I would normally say Khamzat would win this fight. At DDP, I don't get how he keeps winning. Obviously, there's something about him because he keeps winning. Even that is an art, knowing how to win. Every time I put my money against it, he always comes up on top.
However, not everyone agrees with Page. Jamahal Hill took a different perspective. Hill's insights on pacing were clear. Chimaev's biggest vulnerability lies in his ability to manage the pace of the fight. If Chimaev tries to burn through Du Plessis early, he could tire himself out quickly and give Du Plessis the chance to take over in the later rounds. Hill knows the importance of pacing, having fought in high-stress bouts himself, and he believes that Du Plessis' resilience and ability to wear down opponents could be his key to victory.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bang every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I'll lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe it is one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too, so it's interesting.
Then there's Kamaru Usman, the former welterweight champion who has faced Chimaev firsthand. Usman, who has seen Chimaev's relentless pressure up close, echoed similar concerns about Chimaev's stamina. While Usman acknowledged Chimaev's incredible strength and unyielding pace in the early rounds, he also recognized the potential for the fight to turn if Chimaev's gas tank runs low. Du Plessis' toughness, according to Usman, could allow him to survive the initial onslaught and capitalize on any weakness that Chimaev shows as the fight moves deeper into the championship rounds. Usman's experience against Chimaev could give him valuable insights into how to approach this fight, and it's clear that he believes Du Plessis has a real shot if he can weather the early storm.
Khamzat Chimaev on your back around 1 is not easy to get off. And then he was able to sink that in, and that goes to show how strong of the squeeze this freaking dude is.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus Du Plessis? Because I will say this.
Luke Rockhold weighed in with a similar perspective. Rockhold believes that Du Plessis' resilience will be crucial in this matchup. Chimaev's aggressive style, coupled with his intense pace, might overwhelm Du Plessis in the early rounds. However, if the fight reaches the later stages, Rockhold agrees that Du Plessis' conditioning could be the deciding factor. The South African fighter has demonstrated time and time again that he can survive tough situations and come out on top, and Rockhold thinks that if Du Plessis can outlast Chimaev, he could be the one holding the belt at the end of UFC 319.
It's not always about the most technical guy, like the guy who wants it more. And how do you think fares against Khamzat? I think Khamzat is a go for broke kind of guy. Khamzat, if he can't out wrestle you, he can't control you in that fierce state of direction of what he does. I think he'll break. Khamzat will get him if he'll get him, but if he can't get him, it's gonna be a hard 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. Right. I think that's gonna be all Dricus.
So if it goes into the championship rounds, you like the champ?
Yeah, 100%.
As UFC 319 approaches, the fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated matchups of the year. With so many top-tier fighters weighing in on the contest, it's clear that the fight is being viewed from multiple angles. Whether it's O'Malley's belief that Chimaev will break Du Plessis' perfect UFC record, Eblen's concerns over Chimaev's cardio, or Usman's prediction that Du Plessis' toughness could turn the tide, this bout promises to be a thrilling clash of styles. As the fight draws closer, fans will undoubtedly be on the edge of their seats, wondering which fighter will prove their doubters wrong and walk out as the undisputed middleweight champion.